It's definitely exciting to be in IIC. I could promise you this. There's no single day where you would go bored being part of IIC. There's a lot to do and a lot to learn. So why is it exciting to be in IIC? I think the first thing is who makes up IIC. IIC is quite diverse. It's diverse in its membership. So we get, large companies, small companies, academic companies, nonprofit companies, and everything in between. We also get companies that are very focused on IT. We get companies that are very focused on OT, or operational technology, versus informational technology. So that helps us build quite a unique set of perspectives within the consortium, which I don't think is easy to find elsewhere. In terms of the work programs themselves, so we have the technology arm that we had talked about, which is forward-looking and looks at emerging technology trends, enablers, and so on. But we have other disciplines as well. For example, we have a group that looks at digital transformation. So that's kind of trying to link the business side, the value add that could be brought in, translating what some of these forward-looking efforts and trends are into what the technology, what the requirements are that are happening. In many ways, this kind of keeps our ear to the ground in terms of what is happening, what's in industrial IoT with digital transformation, and it's important to remember that we are going through a period where technology is changing quite a bit. We see it not just within a particular segment, but going into various segments and changing them. So this digital transformation group helps do that. We have a group that looks at trustworthiness, security, privacy, and all issues around that area, which again is becoming a must-have in terms of deployment. This can't be something that is thought of after the fact. It's essential that these technologies that are in many cases becoming ubiquitous in the sectors that they're helping transform address these issues from the start. So this group again is constantly doing things on the bleeding edge, I would say. We also, as a consortium, do not believe in doing just everything by ourselves, but we are part of everything else that's going on. We would like to build an ecosystem. And to that effort, we have a liaison working group. And this liaison group helps build those relationships. It helps conduct joint workshops. In many cases, we have done joint publications. For instance, recently in the last couple of years, we've had a joint publication with one M2M, and we've had one with Industry 4.0 on key topics. Just to give people that are interested in learning a little bit of statistics, we work with all sorts of different organizations, from standards development organization, other consortia, alliances, governmental type organizations, and so on, and and open source communities, of course. And we have developed since the liaison working group has been created, over 50 different liaisons and partnerships. And again, we find that a lot of our members are really interested in linking their work, because they're not looking at IoT and saying, oh, this is just happening in here, but they're looking at it and going, when I'm building my solution, what are all the different standards? What are all the guidances we're getting from the consortia, and how can we do this all together? So we often find that, working with partners is quite effective in helping the ecosystem advance. We also have a program where we work with different regions and regional development. We partner up with different organizations or set up regional teams in many segments. We also take a look at the verticals where our technologies are being developed and built. A good example of this is looking at energy, for instance, how our frameworks apply. In many cases, they're horizontal, but there may be other considerations. We also have a marketing group that does a tremendous job of trying to collate, or not only disseminate the information, but also collate case studies, use cases, and that type of thing. And again, we find that it's very helpful and informative. And last but not least, another unique aspect of the consortium is that we have a practical side to all of this, which is we have a group that works on test beds, which are really kind of like a an early deployment or a test case of this technology or group of technologies that are coming together, which for something on the scale of industrial IoT is quite helpful. It can bring different partners together to work on that. They also do test challenges and other things to help really kind of put the practical side. This is going to be real. This is happening. So I can promise you this: if you join IIC, you're not going to be bored. You're going to have an opportunity to learn about all sorts of things. It's a great community of people. There's a great staff that supports the consortium. And I hope that you think about us and you join. And certainly, if you're interested, drop us a line. We'd be more than happy to help you learn more about the consortium.